Welcome back to Sushimi's house. I'm your loving host, Master Sushimi, joined today by my sweet sister, Isis Bubbie.
Hello.
And my good puppy son, Mr. President, aka Theodore Roosevelt, aka Teddy. We are back with some more Princess Peach Showtime. We're doing the Sword Fighter EX level, the rehearsal stage.
Little baby, that was not sleeper agent code for get up. He heard his name and was like, I am activated. Like, no sir. Lay back down. So we went to college with a guy, like I mentioned before, Christian, whatever. He was like normal about it. And I knew him mostly through Jonathan because like they went to high school together and we both went to the FOC. Local college.
Yeah.
And Jonathan loves gossip. He wouldn't admit it for a while there, but he definitely likes some hot goss. And it is funny because I also do, but I don't I have not scrolled through Facebook in months. Like, even when we got married, I made a post and then I never really checked Facebook for it. I think until like a month or two later, and all I did was I give people like a like for their like, you know, congrats, or you know, like I just was like, yeah, okay, whatever. Meanwhile, he was like, I was on Facebook. And you know so and so, and I'm like, yeah, what about him? I think he has a mail order bride. And I was like, what is that? What are you talking about?
Oh boy.
And so he had to explain to me what that is. And I was like, okay, well, what makes you think that? And he was like, okay, in a post about him.
I got too close to the thing.
Too close to the sun. Icarused it.
I got ick-a-dicked.
You got ick-a-dicked. And hey kids, don't get ick-a-dicked.
No, you should see a doctor about that.
You see a Greek mythologist about that. Or philosopher, whatever.
Or the free clinic.
The
Greek clinic.
The Greek clinic.
Sorry, carry on.
I know,
You've been trying to tell the same story for like 30 minutes.
It's okay. It's not even like, wow, what a hilarious story, but it is kind of like the things that like people you know that you're like, I didn't think that would happen. Anyway. And he's like, well, so he made a post. He made a post
Hate it here.
about, it's like, basically like paragraphs upon paragraphs about after, you know, 10 months of long distance and yearning to see you and be with you, the Lord has put us together and yada yada. And, you know, I don't
know about that, Chief.
I knew from the start you were the one, and I can't wait to marry you, and blah, blah, blah. And it's like this woman from the Philippines. And you're like, okay, no. And, like, just the fact that it was, like, long distance. And there's something about when it's, like, overly religious like that that just makes me, like, you know, like...
Tense up.
Yeah. And I was like, wow, like, I didn't realize, like, I didn't think he didn't have, like, any game. And also, again, being in the Bible Belt, it's not hard to find a Christian woman, like, if that's what you wanted, you know? But then what, like, made it worse was, like, in that post, he posts a picture of himself and his friends, and all of them with their, you know, girlfriend, spouse, wife, whatever. They are all Asian women. Presumably all from the Philippines, and they are all white Christian men.
Oh boy.
And so now Jonathan was like, who started that? Who was the one that was like, hey guys, just do it like this? No.
They fell on top of me.
That's just not fair.
That's disrespectful.
I
I'm a
can't
princess.
I'm a princess and I can't help a man falling on me.
How dare you?
Falling in love with me. Falling out for me. I can't. What's a princess to
Falling
do?
out New Vegas?
Yeah. Going on a whole post-apocalyptic version. What's a girl to do? I can't help that. The Odyssey. But yeah.
The Mario Odyssey.
The Mario. Oh yeah. But at any rate, it was just like wild to be like, oh, so that's what he's doing. You know? And then this other guy that he went to college with who was like super smart, like would take a test super fast, barely had to study, like prodigy nursing student, and Donald was always so jealous. He was like, yeah, I think he's in like a pyramid scheme or something now.
Oh,
Because
bummer.
now he's making really, really vague, specific crypto posts. And I was like, yikes. That sucks. Like, there's a very normal, like, happy holidays post with like himself, his wife, and like his, you know, kid or whatever. And then as of like Valentine's Day, it's almost like a daily post every time of pictures of random families holding up signs that are very clearly photoshopped that say like, thanks to this guy, I made this much money worth of crypto. And they're all like that.
133 again, but this time I just ran out of time.
That time was just like a time thing.
This one is genuinely pretty
It's
tough.
Toughy.
Like the Kung Fu one, once I figured out, oh, they die in one hit, it was pretty easy. Granted, these also die in one hit, but there's just like waves of them.
Yeah, it's true. And like by the time they're giving them to you in like big crowds, it's like kind of toward the end of the level. Versus here, you're just like, you know, doing crumbs or picking at crumbs. But yeah.
You stay away. You hoe bag.
It is funny too though, because like the first guy I talked about, Jonathan found this hot goss as I was on the way to like a work function, like a casual thing, and it was fun. And so he, like on the phone, he's like telling me all about this. And then the other one was like in the Chili's parking lot waiting on our to-go order because of the fact that he was sicky icky and needed loaded potato soup.
Probably not the best suit for a sicky tummy, but
You try telling him that. You spend a day with him where he's been tummy sick.
I will not.
There you go.
You married him. That's your problem.
Oh, I know. No!
I'm gonna cream.
I'm gonna not. How you say I'm gonna sometimes really makes me think you're gonna hit it with the not.
We've been ruined.
Absolutely ruined. Just hopelessly ruined by the McElroys, but especially Justin McElroy.
Yeah.
I'm still mad at those boys. Finally coming to town when you're not even in the country.
Yeah.
And of course, like, Jonathan's not as into them. Like, he went to the Bim Bam live show with us last time, and he was like, yeah, okay, I probably wouldn't go again. And I was like, totally fair. Not your thing. And then now I'm like, huh. Like, I was like,
sorry, Bubbie.
No, don't be. I mean, can't help that. I literally had no idea.
Fucking cousin's getting married.
Yeah, how dare our cousin get married? So rude.
How dare she find love after divorce?
Right, how dare she find happiness in a man that treasures her?
That's illegal.
Right. Only I'm allowed to do that.
I mean,
Never mind me literally 2 seconds ago going, this man complains about a tummy ache and wants loaded potato soup. No, I mean, like, it's just like, on one hand, I was like, yo, this is not the best option. But on the other, after I watched him eat, no joke, 5 crackers, 2 spoonfuls of rice.
yeah, I mean, when it's like that, anything that gives you an appetite is a godsend.
Well, and it was funny because, like, Monday night, terrible night, I contemplated taking him somewhere. I was that worried. Because I was like, you look like shit. Next day, he spent the whole day sitting in our game room couch. Just between waking and sleeping. Like, he would fall asleep, wake back up, fall asleep, wake back up. Go to the bathroom, do whatever. Look at memes, look at hot gossip. Because that's when he found out about the crypto guy.
Of course.
Yeah, study Spanish. Which I was like, seriously? You have the brain power for that? And he was like, well, even if I don't, I just knock out. If my brain can't handle it. Oh,
no, that's a different thing.
if my brain...
That's the thing that makes the game easier.
Oh, okay. He's like, if my brain can't handle it, it just shuts down and I'll just fall asleep. Which I was like...
Honestly, respect.
You know what? Fair.
Oh, spotlight.
Kind of, yeah.
I dig that.
I like it. Yeah.
A lot of the boss dresses are just dope. Like,
Yeah.
This one was a boss. This one was a boss.
disco one was
We rocked this for a long time.
that was a boss. And then
You're full up.
you're done.
You.
Bing, bing.
Sparkla boy,
Such-
tell him.
Such a brain rot because I said you're done, like that one meme, and then you went you, and when I hit that, bing, it sounded like the
Grand Theft Auto wasted
Yes.
sound. Yeah, listen, brains are something.
which the GTA 6 or whatever trailer has come out. Another one.
I think they announced that they are having a trailer. I don't know.
I watched something yesterday.
Maybe.
Wait,
Glide while gathering gems, however, the rehearsal will end if you take any damage.
I'm losing my mind. Is this a new floor?
No, this is the
When we
second
completed.
floor.
It's just bright, and I just was ignoring that. Oh,
So we need 100 gems without taking any damage.
sure.
While gliding. In this game where gliding doesn't feel good,
Yeah. But
I think.
oh. Interesting. We'll know this one. It'll be fine.
Oh no!
Immediately, no! God, you need 30 just for that's so mean. But so Tuesday he was like, I'm definitely better, but I'm
I
not
took the bad path.
back to my normal self, which I was like, well, obviously not. It's been less than 24 hours. So he, again, like I made miso soup from scratch. I was very excited. It was in fact delicious.
Nice.
He had like not even half a tiny bowl. Like he tried. He was like, this is good, but like I can't. I was like, totally fair. Because I was like, miso soup, you get some salt, and when you're dehydrated, you want to like up your salt, get your blood pressure back up and everything.
Right, you need electrolytes to absorb the hydration that you need to take.
Exactly. Then you're gonna get like you get your seaweed, so you get a little bit of veggies in. I got some green onion in there, and then got some tofu in there, so you're getting like a little bit of protein without it being like very heavy. So I was like, this will be good.
Should have gone up there.
I ate almost all of it. He ate like half that tiny bowl, and that's all he had. The rest was mine. And I delighted in it. But anyway, and the next morning, so Wednesday, he wakes up.
That's tough.
And is like, I am back to my normal self.
Dwarven.
Where are we gonna go eat? I want to eat out now. We're gonna go somewhere. And I was like, I don't think that's a good idea.
Okay, Mr. Norovirus.
I was like, hey,
Mr. Contagion.
I think that's a little. Well, even beyond that, I was like, well, first of all,
Actually,
that.
let
Second
me
of all,
go ahead and restart that.
I was like, I think it's a little too soon because you still, like, you barely advanced your diet yesterday. You had a little bit of miso soup, a little bit of rice, and then a couple crackers and, like, 2 Pedialites. That's all you. Oh, and a protein shake. So I was like, I don't know. I think it's a little too soon. And he was like,
Those Pedialites were probably like manna from heaven, though,
yeah.
to him.
And he was like, no, I'm hungry. I want big, real food. And I was like, I don't think that's a good idea.
There's like a critical path I need to follow
Yeah.
here, which is upsetting.
Like, look, man, I really don't think that's a good idea. But fine.
Look, man, to your husband.
Yeah, I can't. After a while, I was like, I can't with you. So I was like, look, fine. Let me get ready. Because I've been up for like, because that's the other thing. He slept 12 hours straight.
Incredible.
So of course, like, he feels much better because he slept 12 hours straight, which I was happy for. But I had been up for like 3.5 hours before him. So I have been like deep cleaning our apartment, like down on hands and knees, scrubbing, like molding and everything, making sure it looks spick and span because we're eventually gonna move out, and I don't want them to be like, hey, your safety deposit. No, you ain't getting no safety deposit from me. I'm keeping that, or I'm taking that back, I should say, because our apartment is perfect. But also I was starving, so I needed a distraction. So that's why I like detailed our apartment, because I like was just like I don't even remember what was my logic for not eating, but I didn't like get right into food. So when he gets up, I was like, all right, fine. You want to go out and eat? Fine. We'll pick up something or we'll grab something. Fine. But let me get dressed first. But I'm starving. Drink a protein shake while I get ready. That'll hold you over. The damn protein shake filled him up. I was like, but he was like in denial because he was like, oh, I had a protein shake. I'll have a little bit of oatmeal. I was like, yeah, that's a good idea. I think oatmeal would be a good breakfast option. But then he's like, you should make like crepes, and they'll have like one of your crepes. Okay. I made myself grapes. And then I looked down and he's only eating half the bowl of oatmeal. And I was like, hey, so you want that crepe? And he was like, I'll hold off for now. Like, just say you can't do it. Just say you can't eat it. And finally, I like sit down on the couch and I'm like sitting there with him. Like, man, that oatmeal's like really getting cold. Really just sitting there, huh?
You have such a fun way of being shitty sometimes.
I'm like, man, you're really.
I'm like, huh? It's just such a mom way of rubbing your nose in some shit.
He's so fun. I mean, I will say, he was praising me like I was like a goddess yesterday. Because, of course, like, trying not to get me sick because, you know, with how sick he was like, please get away from me. I do not want you to get this. I would hate, especially because, like, my blood pressure is 100/60 on a good day. So if I'm, like...
Shitting your brains out?
If I'm shitting my brains out, I'm on the floor. So, like, he's like, please, God, do not catch this. Please get away from me. So, like, I, like, would, like, wear gloves if I, like, touched anything around him. You know, because, like, he was too weak to do much for himself. So, like, it was literally me, like, tucking him in, grabbing him water, refilling his water, but, like, gloving up and then washing my hands after. And, so once we were like, okay, you're doing better. You're not really having a whole lot of symptoms. So I don't have to worry about, like, you know, contact precautions per se. He was like, I missed hugging you. Like, I missed being near you. Thank you. You're so nice. You're so sweet. But I was such a bitch the day he was feeling better. Because at that point he's feeling better. But he was still kind of like, I'm feeling so much better. And then I was like, oh, well then consider this. Oh, I'm sicky. I was like, come on. Are you sicky or are you not sicky? Oh, I don't know. Fucking stinker. So yeah, like I'm like, I think you're still sick. No, I can eat. I can eat the world. And I'm like, you can and you shouldn't. Because you haven't.
You are not Jimmy.
You can't. No, yeah, no, sir, you are not Jimmy.
You will never be Jimmy.
So no, it is. Yeah, I did definitely turn into a mom the days he was sick. Because again, I made homemade miso soup. I bought him a bunch of Pedialyte.
Which, like, first time making miso soup, by the way. Like, that's an impressive feat, if you ask me. Just, like,
Thank
learning a
you.
recipe for somebody because they're not feeling well.
Yeah. And, like, he doesn't... I've gone on the record to say, Jonathan, when he was sick, when he had when he has wisdom teeth yanked out, he said distinctly, fuck soup.
Yep.
When he was all doped up. But...
After you made him soup.
I lovingly made him not one, not two, but 3 types of soup.
And he said fuck soup and then went for loaded potato soup.
Yeah, he said fuck soup and then made his friend drive him to Chili's to get loaded potato soup.
What a Chad.
What a Chad. And I mean, he got me. He made me drive him to Chili's and get him soup again.
That's the solution. He doesn't need modern medicine. He just needs some poor sap to drive him to Chili's and get soup.
I am realizing now, twice now, I've lovingly made him homemade soup and he's chosen Chili's loaded potato soup instead. Absolutely fuck me.
Sorry for ruining your marriage that one time.
Sorry for party rocking. Sorry for soup making. Won't happen again. No.
It will happen again.
He was very thankful for the miso soup, and he was like, it does really taste good, but like the day he tried to have it, he couldn't stomach it, and then the next day, the next day his appetite was so good, he was like, I want something heavier, and I was like,
hearty.
honestly, that's fair.
Yeah, miso soup famously not very heavy.
Right.
Unless you like load it up with stuff, which
like,
like God, we went to K-Pot at one point as like a big group, and like,
man, we destroy. I was sick after that day. It's so much, especially because we had gone to K-Pot
like 2 or 3 days prior, right?
Like, yeah, 3-4 days. Yeah. No regrets though.
No regrets.
But yeah, no, so he was like so in denial about how much he could eat, and then he had a protein shake and half a bowl of oatmeal, and he was like, I'm stuck. But then he did that, oh my god, he did that thing when you're full and you go, oh, my tummy hurts. I was like, so you were complaining about how hungry you were 30 minutes ago, and now you're like so stuffed that you can't move, can't do anything. Because like the weather was beautiful, and he was like, I want to enjoy the weather. Let's go out, let's do things. Like, let's walk around. And I was like, maybe not. Let's just see how you do first. And lesson learned, he was not ready for it yet. Wait, next time.
I don't know if I can pause on this. Let me try. I can. All right, next time Tsushimi's house. I get to suffer some more. Later.
Bye.
You gotta know you're in for something special. You gotta feel it in your bones. Oh, you're gonna find what you need all in time. If you're looking for it, na 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 na. If you're looking for it.